Okay, sorry about that. I wanted you all to stream in the meantime. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another live stream. Hey, boos. Hi, fasters, ADFers, happy ADFers. You happy ADFer. You ADFer. It sounds kind of questionable. But hi, welcome to another live. Hi, El Boogie. You never confirmed. You're not Elaine, are you? I know Elaine had that screen name, but El Boogie, are you Elaine? I'm just curious. So there was a discussion. I'm going to wait till more people come in, but okay. Hi, Lisa. I thought you were this lovely lady I knew, but you're lovely as well. Hit the like button for me, please. I would really appreciate that. 5,000 more until we reach 100K, and then we can officially take over the world. It's just us happy ADFers. We could be like, yeah, we were there before 100K. And then you could like put on the t-shirt and celebrate with me, the before 100K group. I love that. Yeah. This subject was actually sparked through the alternate day fasting group on Facebook. So if you're interested in joining that group, hi, San Fran. How? I love that. If you're part of the alternate day fasting group on Facebook, welcome. If you're not, what is you doing, baby? We're 18,000 strong, 18.6 thousand strong. Like, that's wild. 18.6. And let me see. This video isn't to call out anyone, but it was something that I had mentioned very early in my initial alternate day fasting videos. But I haven't drilled or really hammered into this point. And I find that it's really important that I do, because this topic, this subject could be life-changing, game-changing, and or the key that you need to finally be successful on your fasting journey. Okay, so in the fasting group, I do not promote or endorse fasts that are 48 hours or more. And for me, 48 hours is like pushing it. But a 48-hour fast is still considered intermittent fasting, IF. Whereas fasts beyond that point are considered extended fasts, EFs. I am an IFer. Most of you are IFers. 16/8 IF. Anybody who eats daily with a fasting window and an eating window, that's IF, right? Alternate day fasting is probably the max for an IF protocol, but 48 hours is truly like, okay, that's the cutoff. So that's what I allow in the group. When I see posts that are going beyond 48 hours in the ADF group, I do flag them, because for one, it's an ADF group. Go figure. And for two, I don't want newcomers coming in there thinking they need to be doing what Tom, Dick, and Harry are doing, or Sally, Susie, and Mary. Okay. For three, It's not necessary. It's really not necessary because if you are doing ADF, majority of us here are fasting for weight loss, right? You do not need to have extended fast to benefit, to enjoy weight loss results. You do not need to be a part of the weight loss, the fasting Olympics, as I like to call it, where I let me tell you something. I have never seen or heard the term rolling anything until I created that alternate day fasting group. Rolling 72s and rolling 48s, and I have never I didn't even know what that was until the group. And then I understood like people are having 72-hour fasts every other 72 hours. Like I was like, yeah, I don't like that. And this mindset, this rule, this guideline within the group is not to demonize extended fast. It is to separate, because I personally have researched for years. Okay. I am a research minded, statistical logic. I'm that person. Okay. I've researched for years on intermittent fasting, alternate day fasting, and the effects of a 16 to 36-hour fast. And that's what I learned from the research material I'm going to share with you in this live, is what I have utilized, gathered together, and used on myself to produce results, share with you in these YouTube videos, and created in the guide that I have here, which is the Fast to Feast ADF guide. It's one of the only ADF guides you'll find dedicated to the 36-hour fast. Okay. Link is in the description box. If you click the title, do the drop down, you'll see the link. Head on over to fasttofeastguide.com. All right. I have experience and knowledge in that subject, the shorter fast. I do not have it in extended fast. That's not to say I don't know about it and I don't know the effects of it, but it's not what I am well versed in. Okay. So I don't want to, as a liability, say anything I don't know or promote anything I don't know, or have you go out and do something that you've seen in the Facebook group all willy-nilly. I can't do it. Extended fast it has its place. All right. So the biggest thing, and if you check my community tab, I made a post that I got from one of my reading materials, and I will talk about it. The biggest thing that you need to do as an alternate day faster, as a O matter, as a 16-8er, as a 4-3er, as a 5-2er, you heard all those patterns I said? They're patterns. They are patterns. What does a pattern mean? A pattern means a repetition of a sort at a repetitious time. So if I'm doing alternate day fasting, which I did strictly for the first 3 months, that means I ate every other day. One day, on Monday, I would wake up, fast the entire day until I went to sleep and woke up the next day. Then on Tuesday, I would eat. Wednesday, fast. Thursday, eat. Friday, fast. You see the pattern. 36 hours is fine. You don't need to go further than that to reap benefits. What you do, which I've said since day one, is you need to be consistent with the pattern. The pattern matters. Why does the pattern matter so much? Your body needs to start expecting. That's why when you do one day and then you off two and then you do fast for three and then you're off a half a day and you start eating in the your body is not going to know what to expect. You know what your body's going to do? The ghrelin, which is your hunger hormone, is going to be up and down and up and down. And, oh, this person's supposed to eat at this time. And your fast days are never going to go smooth. Your fast days will never go smoothly until your body is expecting this eating pattern. And it happens quickly. Your body will get in shape real quick. It'll take about a good 14 days for the body to be like, this human, I'm expecting a wave of food at this time, this time, this time, this time. It's the consistency in everything in life. The consistency of your pattern will dictate your results. It will never fail. So for those who are seeing people fast for 72 days, 72 hours, have one meal and then start another 72 hours, and they're dropping 12 pounds in 4 days, and you're like, man, that's probably what I should be doing. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because you see how that sounded too good to be true? It is. Never, never fall for the microwave get skinny quick scheme. Don't fall for it. Stop falling for it. I know you want results quick, fast, and in a hurry. But where has that gotten you? Where has it led you? Has it led you back into weight gain? Has it led you to your pants not fitting again? Has it led you to severe binge eating, late night eating? Has it led you to drive in the middle of the night to your nearest fast food? Like, where has that gotten you? Doing too much, too soon, too fast. It hasn't gotten you very far. But doing something very consistently over a period of time will get you results that will get off and stay off. I have been maintaining for damn near 2 years now. Two and a half years now. Wow, gosh, wow, yeah. And I'm not even like I don't even fast anymore because my body rebels. All right. The pattern matters. Extended fast. Let me tell you what extended fasts are for. All right. And as I said, I will never demonize any kind of fasting. Fasting is wonderful. But there's two kinds of fast. And if you look at the featured posts in the group, you'll see why and what each kind of fast is for. Why I don't allow extended fast in the group, and what each one can do for you. Intermittent fasting is for the people who want to lose weight, and from the weight loss, they get health benefits. It's very rare that you lose weight and don't receive health benefits. And you can get that with a 36-hour fast. You don't need to be doing too much. All right. I think a majority of us here are looking for weight loss. And a majority of us here saw me doing ADF and was inspired to do ADF. So why y'all not doing ADF? All right. For the extended fasters, extended fast should be for people who are looking for healing. Okay? Healing. This could be people with chronic inflammation. This will be people who are looking to improve insulin sensitivity. This will be people for chronic gut issues. This would be for people who are looking to lower their cholesterol, target pain in their body. Yes, fasting can reduce pain in your body. Me, I even have a success story doing an extended fast. The only one I've ever done. The only time I've ever extended fast was for healing purposes. I've never done a fast longer than 36 hours for any other reason than to heal something. And that was for my fibroids, and it worked. I did a 72-hour fast because I was bleeding for 3 weeks straight. I put myself in the ER. Okay. I went to the ER. They did a sonogram on me, scanned my womb, and found a 15-centimeter cyst mass in my womb and diagnosed me with fibroids. And I was still bleeding after they let me go. And that day, I researched fasting for fibroids, fasting for womb health, fasting to decrease cysts and mass and tumors and such. I decided I was going to do the 72-hour fast while 72 people are watching. That's funny. And on day 3, I stopped bleeding. On day 3. On day 3. And I never fasted again. Like, 72-hour fasts are very powerful. So are 36-hour fasts. So let's talk about the power of a 36-hour fast. And if you're doing alternate day fasting, if you are alternate day faster, of course, please get my book. Okay, this will set you up for success. This will give you the motivation you need to start. Everything I've ever spoken about in one guide, all my videos is put succinctly and beautifully into this little guide. All right, so check that out. The description is in the link, right? But if you're truly serious, yeah, you got a live. Welcome. If you're truly serious about alternate day fasting, which I hope you are, you're going to need reading material. You're going to need reading material. You are going to need reading material. You're going to need material from researchers, doctors, peer-reviewed journals. You're going to need proof, scientific studies. Do not listen to some lady you saw on YouTube and she got, no. I am, no offense, but I'm no one. I am nobody. You don't know me from Adam. I could be setting you up for failure for all you know. You're going to need well-researched content, well-documented research, okay? And then some. Listen to the podcast. On my way here, I was listening to podcasts about fasting. I listened to doctors. I listened to people who have done the research and have proof, evidence that this and this works and this doesn't, all right? If you are not on it, this one is by my guru, Dr. Mindy Pelz. This is Fast Like a Girl. And she discusses how to fast for women. Because there's been a lot of, I guess, common myths or things that have been unresearched for fasting for women. But I'm going to talk about from her book, The 36-Hour Fast. It's important to understand what the 36-hour fast can achieve on its own and how powerful it is by itself, and thus kind of discouraging you from fasting over fasting, being a part of the fasting Olympics where you're winning no medals. There's no medals to be won over fasting. I need you to know that. Okay. So in her book, she calls the 36-hour fast the fat burner fast. No doubt fasting has taken the world by storm because of what an effective weight loss tool it has been for so many. As exciting as weight loss benefits of fasting can be, there's a subset of people who fast every day, often eating only one meal, and the scale still won't budge. In an effort to help, I started leading some women whose bodies seemed resistant to weight loss through 36-hour fasts. It worked like magic. That length of time turned on a fat burning switch they weren't able to get with shorter fasts. That was the key for me. Um, the 36-hour fast tapped into places that I couldn't get by myself with a 16-hour or even a 24-hour fast. The 36-hour fast was the key for my resistant fat. That length of time turned on a fat burning switch they weren't able to get to with shorter fasts. You still want to lean into a 36-hour fast every once in a while to minimize weight loss resistance, release stored sugar, reduce cholesterol, and reduce cholesterol. Okay. So a cell metabolism study published in 2019 looked at the power of a 36-hour fast followed by a 12-hour eating window, a style of fasting often referred to as alternate day fasting. This particular study was the largest of its kind. When subjects followed an alternate day fasting regime for 30 days, it noted that ketone production continued even when they ate in 12-hour windows. So even after you have opened your eating window, you're still producing ketones. This will kind of because a lot of people say they're not hungry on their feast days. It's because you have a lot of ketones in your system. You're running off ketones instead of sugar, and you just don't have the appetite. They also saw a reduction in cholesterol and inflammation with the ADF group. The most exciting part of this study was the fat loss that happened around the midsection in the ADF group. I realize if you are new to fasting that it could be hard to wrap your mind around not eating for 36 hours, but as you become more comfortable with fasting, and because of studies like this, the results I witnessed in my community, there may come a time that you may feel ready to stay in a fasted state for 36 hours to invoke a deeper metabolic healing response. Okay? So, weight loss resistance, release stored sugar, and reduce cholesterol are some of the big factors that happens in the 36-hour, what Dr. Mindy Pelz calls fat burner fast. That sounds like enough to me. If I'm not trying to shrink a tumor, I don't see why I'm going past that. And then I had a rebuttal saying that Dr. Jason Fung, has his studies where, his diabetic patients are going on these very long extended fasts, and they're getting wonderful results. Of course, they're getting wonderful results. Extended fast works. The key with that notion, that sentiment, is that they are Dr. Jason Fung's patients. Dr. Jason Fung is watching, recording, and observing these people. They are not out here in the wild fasting for 21, 30 days without a doctor supervising them. So you can miss me with that. Okay? It's said time and time again, do not go on extended fast without your physician's permission, supervision, or advice. And people are just out here and it's beautiful, it's wonderful. Like those healing fasts are great. But Dr. Fung is watching these people What if something happened to you? He's regularly taking blood tests of these people to make sure their cholesterol aren't going too high, because you can increase your cholesterol while fasting, to make sure that they are not too stressed, their hormone levels. God knows what can happen. Like your body, it's in starvation mode, and our bodies react differently. But what if your body, you're on day 8 and your body is mad? Your body is not happy and you don't know. You just keep going. Be careful. Doing the most can get you the worst. So let's head over to Jen Stevens' Fast Feast Repeat. I love this little book. It's chock full of gems. Um, her first book was Delay, Don't Deny, and it focused primarily on intermittent fasting, but she talks about over fasting. All right. And I'll read to you a couple segments that stood out to me. All right. Here we go. So Jen Stevens writes in Fast Feast Repeat. So if you're interested, it's called Fast Feast Repeat. Whether you choose 5-2, 4-3, or ADF, always remember this. No matter which form of up and down day fasting you pick, make sure to have a true up day after every down day. So an up day is what you call feast day, and a down day is what you call fast day. You shouldn't schedule 2 down days in a row or have one down day and then have one meal on the following day. This isn't the fasting Olympics, where the more you can fast, the better it is. Never forget that we need the up pattern to balance the down. I really want to hammer that last point home. The key to the whole thing is the up day following every down day. That's the part that lets your body knows you are not in danger of starving. That's the part that keeps our metabolisms humming along. So please do not do an ADF pattern where you do a full fast for 46 to 48 hours, eat one meal, and then start another 46 to 48-hour fast, because that is not ADF and it is not recommended. That is not, it's just not ADF, you know? It's not ADF. You guys came to me for ADF, so why y'all not doing ADF? And the biggest thing too is with these extended fasts that are being done every so often, like what is the sustainability? Is this sustainable? A lot of people ask about maintenance after ADF, and I tell them you could either have 1 to 2 36-hour fasts a week. You can do daily 16-8, or if you have done the true work, you can have daily maintenance calories. Okay? Which I still love fasting. I can't do it as I would like to, but those are maintenance options. When you're doing these rolling whatevers so often, what do you think your maintenance will look like? Like, you will definitely gain the weight back because you are doing a maximum amount of calorie deprivation. Okay? So whatever you thought you could maintain, you would have to go back up because the calorie difference would be so vast that you would have to gain weight in order to like maintain. It would never work. How long would you be able to do that? Sustain it. Like I was able to fast, alternate day fast for months. I actually fasted so much that I looked forward to fast days. That's the goal I want you to reach, is looking forward to fast days. but that only occurs when you are in the pattern. You could only look forward to fast days if you are doing the pattern. All right. Let's continue with some notes. Okay. Jen Stevens says, I don't recommend extended fasting for weight loss, and in practice, I have seen it backfire for many. During my years in the intermittent fasting community, I have watched all sorts of enthusiastic IFers follow the extended fasting path. Here's how it frequently plays out. They do their first extended fast and they feel great. Not only do they feel great, but they drop several pounds quickly. This inspires them to keep pushing themselves further and further along the extended fast path. They lose lots and lots of weight quickly. Then something happens. They start to feel an increased urge to binge after a long fast. When that happens, they feel ashamed, and this leads them to believe that they must be weak, weak of mind. So they vow to fast even more in response to their periods of overeating. I'll get back to that. The sad conclusion to this tale is generally rapid weight regain and a tendency to binge that doesn't seem to go away. She speaks of the Minnesota starvation experiment and what was learned from that study. She says, our bodies fight back when they feel that we are in danger. And yes, that's always going to be true. If we have an infection, it's going to get inflamed. If we have nostril hairs to protect us, like our body is just built to protect us, right? Not only do our metabolic rates fall, but we get an intense signal from our hunger hormones to eat now. Never forget this. When you are over fasting, your body will send you a very distinct signal, the urge to binge. Never ignore this signal. It is an absolute red flag. If and when you want to experiment with longer fasts for the health benefits, make sure that you're doing so safely. She never recommends that you fast beyond 72 hours unless you are under direct medical supervision. And even fasts shorter than that can be too much for your body, like it was for mine. After a while, my body started to reject 36-hour fasting. I used to be a 16-8er, never experienced the jaundice. And I did when I did 36-hour fast, my body was like, yeah, we don't like this. You have to pay attention to your body. I would never recommend that anyone do a fast of 72 hours more frequently than once every month at the very soonest, and really more like once a season and only for the health benefits. If you're fasting longer than 48 hours, please do it with the benefits of health healing in mind. If you're doing it for weight loss, you're playing yourself. You get no medals for playing the fasting Olympics. There's no. Don't do it to yourself. That's not sustainable. I wanted to get back to that part where I said I was going to go back to. They feel ashamed and it leads them to. Okay, now I remember what I was going to say. So when she says when that happens, they feel ashamed, and that leads them to believe that they must be weak. So they vow to fast even more in response to their periods of overeating. So in my opinion, and I thought this before, but that passage reminded me. I feel like over fasting is self-hate. I feel like it is rooted in punishment. I think it is rooted in guilt, shame, disdain for yourself. I rarely feel like Someone fasting for that long is fasting because they love themselves. I feel like it's always rooted in punishment. I really do. I'm sorry, that's how I feel. I've heard people, "Oh, I ate too much. I'm going to fast 48 hours." Like that's how it sounds to me. Like you're going to punish yourself now because you enjoyed your food too much, or you had what you thought was too many calories. It never feels like I love myself. I'm going to give myself this time to reset and just think about no, I never feel that when I see somebody doing this many fasts. It just feels really rooted in I need my body to act the way I need it to act, look the way I need it to act now o'clock. And I don't care how I get there. Jesus Louises. Un momento. It's my son's calling me. Ay, Dios mío. Um, Let me tell him, I'm call you back, baby. I'll call you back, baby. Okay. Because if he doesn't hear from me, he will keep calling me, keep calling me. But I don't know. That's just my opinion. I feel like that's what I see. The response to overeating, not liking their body shape, um, being a fat, whatever name you want to call yourself. I'm going to fast. I'm going to fast hard and long and starve. Starve. Oh, he said, okay, mommy, I love you. I love you more, Papa. I love you more. Oh, I'm going to call him right after this. That's why I wanted to start early so I could get my babies. But I really want to drive home. If you are doing alternate day fasting, please just do alternate day fasting. Don't stop switching it up. Stop saying I'm OMAD today, I'm 16-8 today, I'm ADF today. Pick a protocol. Pick a protocol. If you cannot withstand the hours of 36 hours, if you can't withstand ADF right now, just go down. Go down to 24 hours. Go down to OMAD. Go down to 2 meals a day. That doesn't mean switch it up and act this and do that. Pick a protocol that you can stick to and stick to the protocol. You can't go wrong. You will not go wrong. My first 3 months of alternate day fasting, I call it true alternate day fasting because I wasn't playing. It could have been a Sunday, it could have been a weekday, it could have been a party. I was alternate day fasting because I wanted it, for one, and for two, I knew if I messed up this day, I knew that, yeah, he's so sweet. I knew that if I got out of this pattern, it would be hell to go back in it. That's what drove me, honestly. That's what drove me. If I mess up this alternate day fasting pattern, it is going to be hell to go back on it. And I know y'all know what I'm talking about. For those people who fell off and restarted and keep restarting and can't get back into it, it's because the pattern is lost. Your body is now eating every day. It's ready to eat every day. And you have to retrain it to expect food every other day. Your body needs to be trained like Pavlov's dog. You have to. All you need to do is be consistent. But here's the thing. People want to see the weight loss now since yesterday. Yesterday. I get it. I get it. But realistically, it doesn't happen that way. What are y'all training for? Is there a red carpet For the mass public, I don't know about. Is there an award show that the corporate is putting on? Is there a everyday people Olympics that y'all are training for, that you need to have this weight 30 pounds in 15 days? Can you somebody tell me why? What is it? Why do we what are we training for? Why is it that we can't lose 50 pounds in 6 months? What's wrong? What's wrong with that? Is it just too long? Is it annoying? What is it? I Can somebody please comment what it is? Why do we want these microwave results? I just, if I saw 5 pounds in a month, I'm like, yeah, okay. But internet has convinced you that 5 pounds should be lost in a week, 3 days. It's not realistic. It's not realistic. It's really foolish, actually, when you think about it. It's foolishness. Foolishnessnosity. And that's why I say weigh yourself monthly. Weigh yourself monthly, because I would be more impressed with seeing 5 pounds in a month than seeing th- 0.2 ounces in a week. Because you could be doing the same thing every single week. You're doing ADF, true ADF every single week, right? One week you might lose 5 pounds. Another week you might lose 2 pounds. One week you might lose 3 pounds. Another week you might lose zero point 0.2 pounds. Zero point 0.2. But if you're on the scale every week and you see these fluctuations, you don't even think about the monthly, like you just lost what, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10.2 pounds. No, you're over here stressing, I only lost zero point 0.2 pounds this week and ADF isn't working. I'm going to throw everything away. Leave the scale alone. Leave the scale alone. If you want to weigh yourself monthly, because it's not telling you the whole story. It's not telling you, hey, you lost 10.2 pounds this month, which is great. It's actually excessive weight loss. You're over here stressing that you only lost 2 pounds. Focus on the bigger picture, babes. All right. You fasting longer and harder is just more punishment to the body. This protocol is to heal. The protocol, not, and I'm not even talking about the body, it's the mindset, which I have an entire chapter in my guide about the mindset. It's time to stop hating yourself. Like, we do diets and exercise, like, because we really just hate ourselves. Like, I can't stand this fat person that I see in the mirror. I want to punish them. I want to punish them. Eat less, deserve less, work out more, sweat harder, walk 80 more miles. Like, who is this for? Like, why are you doing that to yourself? And is it really getting you closer to your goals or further away from self-love? Because I love myself. That's why I took it easy on myself. I have no award shows I'm preparing for, believe it or not. um, I'm living life. So whether that's another thing too, you're living life. Like all these rolling 89s and rolling 52s. How y'all, don't you have social lives? No, no, y'all don't go out. Y'all don't do stuff. Y'all don't get invitations. How you have time to be doing rolling 32s and 89s and have a social life? I'm curious. That sounds hard. When you take it easy, you're able to have the best of all worlds. You're able to have a social life. You're able to get your weight on track. You're able to enjoy great food all day. You're able to take a rest on your fast days. You're able to be more in tune with your body. You're able to do so much more than shock the body into submission. And once again, this is not to dissuade you from enjoying an extended fast seasonally, not every 4 business days, seasonally. And that's why I said, please, please, y'all, please, baby, please, baby, get you some reading material. I need you to get you some reading material because y'all over here listening to foolishness nosity, seeing people do the most with the least. And I need you to be up on some research material because they're going to tell you what you need to know based on research. Point blank, period. Um, Stop trying to shock your body into submission. It will backfire on you. If you need to do an extended fast, always research. Understand what you need to do, how long you need to do it, and what you're trying to cure. What length of fast could help alleviate your symptoms. Do it and stop. We ain't doing rolling 89s over here. The body does not want to do rolling 89s. And unless you have a doctor monitoring you, it is highly not recommended. It's not recommended, okay? Dr. Jason Fung has patients that he observes, and you are not one of them. All right. I think that's all I had to say. Let's check the comments and see. Yeah, that's the first time I ever went so long without talking to y'all. Okay, let's see. Hi, y'all. Okay. Sipping water and reading her book. Sip water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business. Shout out to the Bajans by Gail Riri. Shout out to Kellen. Once again, if you are not a part of the Alternate Day Fasting Facebook group, join. It's free, it's private, and there's 18,000 happy ADFers in there talking about everything ADF related. And yes, I am still flagging content that is talking about 48 hours. And members and guests, please feel free to flag that content as well, because I need to keep the group to what it was made for. I can't have all willy-nilly lengths of fast. It's not fair. It's not what I made it for, and it's especially not beginner friendly. There's tons of other groups for extended fasting. It's just not mine, okay? So I hope you can respect that. I hope you don't feel it's an attack on your livelihood. I'm thinking about the community. I want to be on one page. All right. So I inspire OMAD people and ADFers, even up to 48, which pushing it. Okay. But I'll allow it. But if you do see that content, it's got to get flagged. I'm sorry. If you want to mention, hey, I did an extended fast, but if you're in there doing rolling in the deeps, I don't want to do it. No, it's a no for me. Should have had it all. Rolling in the deep. We could have had it all. Okay, what about plateauing? When your body gets used to certain things, doesn't it plateau? If your body is in a calorie, if your body is in a calorie deficit consistently, no, no. And the great thing about alternate day fasting is that it is a constant shock to the system. I doing alternate day fasting for as long as I had done it, which was over, I lost 60 pounds in 8 months, but I was doing alternate day fasting for like a year and a half. Your body is constantly in shock. I never plateaued doing ADF. It never happened. It never happened for me. I kept going because as I got closer to my goals, my calorie needs changed for the weight I was currently at. I didn't have a 252-pound um, appetite at 180 pounds. So cutting calories. I have a day off of eating calories and then I'm eating for the weight I am is just it. I had no choice but to keep losing. The only time I stopped losing weight is when I stopped doing ADF. And most people don't even get to that point. They usually stop the ADF before they even get to the goal. So if you're plateauing, I really don't know what to tell you, but I've never seen it. I've never seen it. I've always seen people either binge eat, stop ADF altogether, or not do true ADF and then wonder why they plateau. Baby, you not doing ADF. um, you are someone. Oh, thank you. I'm a scholar. You're a scholar at this content. That's why I trust you. Let me order your guide right now. Bless you. Bless you. Go ahead and get you the Fast to Feast ADF guide. It's everything I talked about in my previous YouTube videos. If you want to binge watch my videos from like day one, I have an ADF list. You could binge on that. Binge on that. You like apples? How you like those apples? Apples are actually very good for you. Having one a day is highly recommended. Like your stomach, the fiber in it is just like an apple a day really does keep the doctor away. Fiber is it. I love fiber. What do you think about a carnivore diet? I don't. I don't think about it at all, actually. I just I don't like any diets, honestly, for me. Like I like conscious eating. I like whole food eating. I don't like diets where you're cutting out like no. And I would advise anybody who is doing ADF um I I'm gonna I don't know. Yeah, y'all probably heard this before, but I don't F with keto. I really don't. There's people that love it and it goes beautifully with ADF. It does. Will I deny that? No. I will never deny how beautifully keto goes with ADF. The reason why I can't stand it is because it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. I don't care what you say. You could be on keto for 3 years. That's not your life. You could be on keto for 5 years. It's not your life. I want to eat the birthday cake. I want to have a drink with my friends. And by the time I find all these keto conversions of muffins, donuts, and cookies, it's not even keto anymore. I would rather have the real version of something than some concocted, like erythritol laced foolishness that they sell in the store. I would rather have real sourdough bread than some keto, low carb concoction they done flattened and sell to you. And no, thank you. I just want real whole foods. The less processed, the better. And honestly, ADF is enough. I don't need to be cutting out whole food groups. And I think everything that we eat is meant to be in our bodies for a reason. I will never ever give up fruits. So that's why keto is a hell to the gnaw for me. And those micronutrients, but that's me personally. Okay. I love potatoes, real potatoes, not French fries. Potatoes are full of potassium. And for me, I don't see it as goodness. It doesn't seem good, like goodness, like a happy whole life doing keto. It feels like I am a slave to keto and this is what I have to do in order to look any kind of ways I want to. And I don't want to be a slave to any diet because what if I don't want to do the diet no more? What happened? What happens? Hi, Alley Cat. You so cute. Hi, Colleen. Do you tend to alternate your fasting when you're on your period? Yes, because I realized a lot of my shedding was happening because I was ignoring my luteal phase. And ever since I read Fast Like a Girl, I have not been afraid to stop fasting 5 days prior to menstruation. And I have not had any issues with hair shedding anymore. I have not had any severe fatigue. I have not had any intense cravings because during that time, I'm eating hormone balancing foods such as sweet potatoes, mangoes, broccoli, salmon. So if you want to learn more about fasting like a girl, read Dr. Mindy Pelz's book. If you were experiencing shedding, which I was, um, that was the reason why for me personally. If you're experiencing that, maybe that's something you might want to look into, research more, and stop doing. Tomorrow is my last day training on my shift. I find fasting on third day shift so much easier. Sunday night, I'm all in again. I'm 20 pounds to my goal weight. I've lost 65 pounds with ADF. Big snaps for Heidi. Congrats. That's beautiful. You see, 65 pounds in 8 months it took Heidi. It took me 60 pounds. It took me 8 months to lose 60 pounds. And she's maintained for over 2 years. So Heidi is my spirit animal. Okay. We're living the life. We're living the life. We did what we had to do. It took however long it needed to take. And guess what? We're enjoying the fruits of our labor. We didn't do it in 30 days. It came off when it came off, and we're enjoying life. Good for you, Heidi. Congrats. Liz says, I think it might be instant gratification in a sense. With ADF, you're losing inches in fat. With extended fast, you want to lose it fast and now, with exception to those doing it for illness. That's the only time people should be doing extended fast. I don't care. I said what I said, and I'm rooted in that sentiment. Like, if you're doing an extended fast, it should be for health reasons. And even if it's for health reasons, it should not be that often. It's too often. It's too often. Unless you are curing the incurable, you don't need to be doing these extended fasts. And even if you were doing these extended fasts and trying to cure the incurable, it should be under the guise of your physician. The fasting Olympics. I don't get it. Dr. Mindy Pelz was telling, I was watching a podcast she was on. I always love, like, anytime I see her, I listen. I love when she's doing interviews. And she was telling me, well, she was telling me, yeah, we were talking and shooting the breeze. On the show, she was talking about how she had an Achilles tendon injury. It was bothering her for months. And she just did a little 72-hour fast. It was gone. It was gone. She didn't do it because, oh, her stomach was fat. She did it because she had a goal to kill that inflammation in her Achilles tendon. And she did. And then she stopped. She did what she needed to do and stopped. Please don't confuse IF with EF. They are two separate entities. I do not dabble and research EF because that's nothing I need. If you want to, that's beautiful. Make sure you're doing it for the right reasons and make sure you are researching and getting good material to understand the benefits and effects. IF, if you're a weight loss girly like most of us are, you'll get the health benefits anyway once you lose the weight. Reduced inflammation, lowered cholesterol, improve gut health, lower sugar, improve insulin sensitivity. Like you're going to do all the things, all the things. You don't need more than that. I felt off for months. I'm on week 2 now. I'm not stopping this time. Continue the pattern. When you continue the true alternate day fasting pattern, it's so easy. And this is coming from experience. This is coming from experience. I used to be shooketh to break the pattern because I knew, for one, I really looked forward to fast day. It felt like I didn't have to worry about what to eat. Like that's a feeling. I know it sounds weird when you're not in a fasted state to say that, but like you look forward to fasting after a while, especially if you're doing true ADF and fasting every other day and following that pattern. It's so rewarding to look forward to it and cruise through it. The body is ready for it because it knows, hey, this human is going to not be eating for this amount of time. And then I know when this human wakes up to amp up that hormone for hunger, because this is around the time this human should be eating because I'm expecting her to eat at this time. The body is ready for you. You confusing the body. Stop confusing the body. Yeah, there are days where you mess up, and that's okay. It happens. It really does. There's going to be days also where you experience true hunger. There were days when I was doing true alternate day fasting, and I was like, I don't feel fueled enough. I'm going to actually, I know I'm hungry. So I'm going to end this fast early today. I'm going to fuel up, continue with my eating pattern tomorrow, and then prepare for a following fast day. Don't break the pattern. Okay. So if you eat on a fast day, if you eat on a fast day, don't turn the next day into a fast day. Please don't do that. Continue with the pattern. Why? Because your body is expecting a certain pattern. Only when you continue to break the pattern will the body just go back into reset default mode and expect food maybe every 3 hours. For one, you didn't fuel up properly on that half of a feast day to be prepared for another fast day. For two, that's rooted in punishment. Don't punish yourself. Continue with the pattern. For three, if you broke the fast, that means you were really hungry. It usually means, hey, I'm hungry, and or hell, you may have just needed that cheeseburger, whatever. Just continue on with the pattern. Continue with the pattern. Continue with the pattern. Release the punishment mindset. It is hindering your results. Release it. Let yourself know that I'm going to get there. That punishment mindset is rooted in lack of trust, lack of self trust, because you've probably done so many protocols to try to lose weight and have failed all of them. ADF works. It works. How fast it works is a different story for everybody, but it will work. Just through absence of calories. Like scientifically, it's going to work. But you don't have to punish yourself during it, okay? You don't have to do the fasting Olympics. Just know that you will get there when you get there. All you have to do is continue the pattern, remain consistent, and please stop jumping on the scale so damn often. It's not necessary. Have self trust, it'll go very far. When you try to control every aspect, it's just lack of self trust. Just do the thing and the thing will come. It sounds really simple. I know it's not easy. I know it's not easy, but do the thing and the thing will come. The discipline that comes with ADF benefits me more than just weight loss, though. It bleeds over into other aspects of my life. Absolutely. 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 Fast weight loss equates to fast regain. Your body and metabolism adjust to 1 to 2 pounds a week, not 5. This is true. Because if you're losing 5 pounds a week, that means you're doing something very drastic. And to keep that up, you have to keep doing something very drastic. So, how long are you willing to do something very drastic? A month, 3 months, a year? That's a long time to be doing something very drastic. So, it's okay. 1 to 2 pounds. Like, I was elated with a 7 pound weight loss month. Like, oh my God, I'm losing weight. I love that. Yes, right. It's not even fat. Now, it's not to say that some people can't lose 5 pounds using ADF. It usually is a good water weight flush. And that's why the first week is so dramatic. I lost 5 pounds my first ADF week. I was like, ooh, okay. But then it like slowed down because then it was true fat at that point. And fat, a 1 pound of fat is 3,500 calories. So if I knew that the average person has 2,000 calories a day, and I was fasting, say 3 to 4 times a week, 2, 4, 6, that would be 6 to 7,000 calories a week. That could be an easy 2 pound weight loss for the week. Ooh, that sounds good to me. That sounds good to me. It's hard to do stuff when you hate yourself. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. And you know, you know, Black people. Let me stop. I speak TikTok fluently. I really hate. I'm so tired of meeting people that hate themselves. It is. Y'all gotta feel me on this one. Like you really have to feel me on this. I am so tired of meeting insecure people. It is so draining. It is so exhausting. It is so annoying dealing with people who hate themselves. I don't know when this epidemic of self-loathing people happened or why it's happening. I can't take it. I can't meet one more self-hating person. Like I can't. I pray that any of my content helps you feel better and bring better energy into this world because I can't meet not one more person that hates themselves and befriend them and have them try to ruin my life. I'm scared of those people. When I tell you I'm scared of them people, because they're so crafty and sneaky and underhanded with the insecurity that they try to project onto you. I can't do it. I need y'all to love yourself, because I can't meet not one more person that can't stand themselves. Um, all right. I'm a motivator. Thank you. Bless you. 5 years feels like a whole lifetime. Don't trust anyone who says to cut out fruit. Absolutely. Don't trust those people. Fruit is delicious. And it's summer. You're mad. Noble. I know I saw the 1111 in chat. Well, the 11. The 111. I have been seeing, I don't know if anybody believes in numerology, but I literally cannot stop seeing 1111, 111. And it's weird. Like it's getting weird. I will pick up my phone randomly and it will be 1111 morning or and night. Not or, but and, or 111. I walked past this mailbox. It said 111. Okay. It was 111 in the chat. Like, I just can't stop seeing it. I don't know what it means, but it's concerning. It's concerning. It's like something that even if you didn't believe in it, it would be like, why I keep seeing this number? That's how much it's been jumping out. And I don't know what the message is. I don't know. It's starting to freak me out though. I'm like, am I okay? This feels like Final Destination. Oh, blessings to you, Latoya. I start ADF tomorrow and I'm excited. I'm reading 12-week year and it's helping me mentally. Thank you so much for the info you're giving us. You're very welcome. This the line right here. This the quote. This the quote. When you try to control every aspect, you lack self-trust. And that really is a childhood trauma residual thing. Like that's like somebody who felt like they had no control, no stability, no reliability, no security, no safety growing up. They usually end up as very type A controlling adults. But that's just my observation. Who am I? Who am I? They girl them sugar. How can I? I restarted on June 11th with a fast. I restarted June 11th with a fast, going strong so far. I intend to. Yeah, like that's the most you could do is just like at least get to the end of the week. Once you get to the end of the week, make 2 weeks. Once you make 2 weeks, you can make a month. Make a day, make a week, make 2 weeks, you can do a month. Every day is hour by hour. You can do it. You can do it. Yeah, make sure you get enough calories. Healthy is the overarching goal. Yes. You believe it's the Holy Spirit trying to tell us something when we see numbers all the time? I look them up. Huh. Yeah, I understand they're trying to tell me something. I don't know what the something is. Like what is the something? Am I expecting something? Is this a message of guidance? Like what is the message? I don't know. I'm the frequency. I like that. A change is coming. Oh, I'm scared. I'm a Scorpio. I don't like that. Is it okay for children under no children should be participating in any kind of fasting? No. Hard no. Lactating mothers, no. Pregnant women, no. People who are prone to um, eating disorders, no. No. Hard no. You have way too many nutrients that you need to build up in your young body to even try to. The biggest problem with children is that they're not moving enough nowadays. That's the biggest thing. Because when I was growing up, I was a maga, lanky, skinny little child. Skinny. When I tell you, if I had $5 in my pocket, I was cycling my behind to the nearest grocery corner store, buying up all the hot cheese popcorns, crunchy cheese doodles, Swedish fish, candy cigarettes, and quarter waters I could. Okay. I ate Chinese food. Of course, I ate my parents' cooking. But that's to show you, like, kids, we've always ate like kids, right? But you heard what I did. I bicycled to my nearest corner store, or we walked to the nearest corner store, and then we didn't take our food in the house. We all ate outside on somebody's step, loitering, and then played jump rope afterwards, or played manhunt and hopped over people's fences looking for the nearest neighborhood boy. That's what we were doing growing up. So it's not necessarily that kids can't eat junk. These kids aren't playing anymore. They're stuck to a screen. You have to tell me, when was the last time you saw kids outside? It's rare, and it is getting rarer. I can't. I remember I used to, in the summer, the sounds of summer used to be grass being mowed, the ice cream truck, and kids laughing. I don't hear none of them anymore. That's dead, and it makes me so sad. So sad. If the child that you have in mind can just move around more, that'll be the best thing for them. Get them into a sport, get them friends, push them out. I remember you couldn't even get me in the house. Now you have to push them out the house. It's wild. It's so crazy. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up and call my son because my baby needs to talk to me. I hope this live was very informative. Please avoid the common trap of the fasting Olympics. You do not need more than 36 hours to achieve your goal. What you need is consistency, discipline, and willpower, and time and patience, which patience is truly a virtue because most of us don't have it. All right. Thank you, Tasha. I hope it is all of the above. Alrighty. So don't forget to check out the Fast to Feast guide. Right, yeah. Link is in the below description box. Fast to Feast guide. Yeah, fasttofeastguide.com. I will link it in the chat just in case you need it. Go ahead and join the alternate day fasting group. Link is in the description box. And get you some research material. Me love you long time. Have a good night. Bye.